Volturi are the closest thing my world has to royalty. They enforce the law.
Vampires have laws?
You're a human who knows entirely too much about us. They could kill us all.
Robert Pattinson, welcome to Love Film.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yes, very well. With New Moon, we see your character, Edward, and Bella kind of move on to kind of a different stage, and it's a bit more complicated, their relationship. Would you agree?
The first one was about just the initial impact of falling in love.
Sure.
And then New Moon is, I guess, about the reality of having a relationship with someone, which is immediately a negative side comes out of falling in love with them as well, which all the doubt and fear comes out as well. So I think it is a bit more complex.
Kristen, welcome to Love Film. It's great to have you here.
Thanks.
Now, after the tremendous success of Twilight, I mean, did you ever think you'd have that success?
Right. Yeah, nobody really expected it to be such a big... nobody expected a film that we all sort of agreed to do together and work on and put everything that we had into to become a franchise.
And the great thing about Bella is that she's not a damsel in distress. She's a very strong character. I can imagine she's an awful lot of fun to play.
She is. Especially because of the lows that she hits. And she's a strange combination of things to be. She's like... And I think that most girls would like to be that way more if they can, and that's maybe why they identify with her so much and love reading about her story, because she's very self-deprecating and totally awkward and different, and she knows it, but she actually doesn't mind it. She's become comfortable with that. She likes the difference.
It's a different type of film as well, because you've got the romance, but also you've got quite, strong action sequences as well, which weren't necessarily apparent in the first one. So Chris has sort of managed to kind of keep the balance quite well, I think.
And especially as the second book wasn't particularly action-filled. It was just at the end. I mean, like the first one, there was only really an action sequence at the end, but the pacing of this one is very accessible.
What do you think it is about Twilight that has captured the imaginations of millions of people? And it's not just teenage boys and girls, it's a huge breadth of people. What do you think it is that captures that sort of spirit?
I think that it's a really simple answer to the most commonly asked question, is that it is a phenomenon because nobody knows really like what it is, because it's a pretty basic love story that's been tried, that has been attempted many times before. I think it's just that it takes very human, real emotions that everybody experiences. Like, I can relate to heartbreak and stuff like that, but not on this level. Like, this is just on a different realm of reality. It's like, anyway, so it's more exciting. It raises the stakes.
Do you feel as protective over Bella as the fans do?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like sort of the ultimate Twilight fan because of the fact that I play her.
Do you feel as protective over Edward as the fans do?
I do, and I think the best way to deal with it is to never patronize an audience at all, and think like, oh, we're doing it because everyone says, oh, it's a tween film, and blah blah blah. And I don't think a tween really would refer to themselves as a tween. so I don't think it should be trying to make it for tween.
And then with the New Moon, obviously a different director, Chris is on board. Was it different working with a new director?
There was an adjustment period always, like in establishing working dynamics. Chris's energy was so perfect for this movie.
Chris is much more like literary and likes to sort of analyze the sort of emotional core of things rather than just let things exist.
On that note, Robert, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thanks very much.
Kristen, on that note, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, it's been a real pleasure.
Yeah.